I found you about 2013, John, and then went to the M21 and Maui and Boston and Florida and you name it. So we haven't had one for a while, so that's why I had to break out the
COVID
Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, exactly. Right. So holding my breath. Can't wait to see everyone once you get back up and running.
Yeah, pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Yeah. So this year has been quite a different market. Obviously, we've had lots of ups and downs. Last couple of days have been a great example. You know, you get a 60, 70 points up. Now today is what, 100 points down.
Right.
It's a little bit tough for the more market neutral type trading, and that's primarily what I do. I'll do M3.4U type trades on both the Russell and the SPX. But then as I've talked on your webinars before, I add a little bit extra stuff to it, and people might say, oh, well, that looks like a rhino or something like that, because I'll use calendars. It's certainly not that rule set, but that kind of base if somebody wants to look at it that way. So broken wing butterfly paired with other butterflies and or calendars, both above and below the money. I'll do as a short term as a 14-day out till expiration, but usually I'm out within 7 days. And then I'll also do 30 and 60.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking what you know about butterflies and calendars and a little bit of technical analysis, maybe being aware where you are in the marketplace, and you're applying it to the market, right?
Right.
Would that explain that? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. And so primarily this year, as we've gotten more volatile and I obviously get busy with work and family, I don't want to necessarily be in here all day looking at the screens. Now, granted, there are some days that happens. If Jill is at work and the kids are at school and I don't have any, honeydews list to work on, I'm fine with playing with a 0 DTE type trade and get my Alton fix. There as a props to you, Alton, for all your short-term type trading. There is some value and some education in doing those short-term gamma trades, but you got to be ready for the risk that comes with it. So for me, I've been over the last year moving more towards the 30 and 60 day trades, and then that way I don't have to look at it all the time. And there'll be days where after I do an adjustment, I like to look up and down like 30 to 50 points and say, do I need, if the market moves this amount, do I need to do anything? If the answer is no, I'll write that down and say, okay, on this trade, I don't even have to look at it if I don't want to, if we don't touch these goalposts.
Right, which is an advantage for, you had the benefit, I guess, for a while where you got a reprieve from work from COVID, right? So you were able to stay home with the kids and for what, a year or so, and that was pretty good.
I asked for a year off and got about 10 and a half months off. So I absolutely enjoyed that. And sometimes what I'll do, John, is
let me ask you this: did you get better results being able to be in front of the market all the time, or you get better results being away?
Do you really? Do the folks here on the webinar want to know my answer? No, it led me deeper into the rabbit hole. And just like probably a lot of folks, I've looked at the day trading type stuff and the futures and this and that. And I've had periods of good and bad times in it, but that's not what I'm doing today, because for me, it doesn't work. But the neutral kind of options trading that we do does work. If you've got new guys and gals here on the show today, you can do this long term. I've been doing it for over 10 years now, and I still get giddy when I fire up the computer and check the screens, I guess you could say. Not that I want to be there all day, but this has become a business, okay? And sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't. But if I do a look back on 6 months, a year, several years, it's a positive return. And so that's, it keeps me engaged, keeps the mind going. I have fun at it. It's enjoyable. It kind of gets you in that flow state where I can get in toss, and a little bit now of one. I've been tinkering more with one. I'm still a big holdover from
option view. Yeah.
Yeah, option view. I haven't had that all year, but I have not been doing a lot as much in one that I do in toss. But I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, it's a nice tool once you get it down for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So biggest win this year?
Well, I think it's easy to say, oh, well, I got a 30% win here, or this.
It's not always about percentages, right? Sometimes it's about other things other than money returns, right? So
yes, so yeah. It really is, just still being in the game, still enjoying what I do. It's kind of like that flow state that, there's a good book about that. I've got it up here somewhere. And once you get immersed in something that you really enjoy, kind of time does its own thing, and your mind, I'm able to just click through the different screens and stuff and set stuff up and how your mind works. It is really fascinating how options work, and I'm glad that I'm still, enjoying it, that I'm a part of this group. Again, for the new guys, we've got a great group of people here, and I wrote down some of the names. We've got like old school folks that some are still here, some have gone. And I'm gonna forget some, like Bob, Susan, Vincent, Jada, Marco, Paul, Jeffrey, of course, Stephen, Ryan, Wayne, Dave, Tim, Cindy, Francois, Travis. Like, those are all guys that I remember going through with, and the community really help raise you up. And then now, of course, we've got Chris and Dan and Alton and Virginia and Dale and so many more that I've forgotten, but just glad to be a part of this group. And even, being in here with you for a better part of 10 years, I learned something all the time. I enjoy watching the Trading with the Pros sessions. As Dan said, you always get some sort of little nugget out of it, and then you can use it on your trading. I don't ever claim to be an expert. If you have that mindset of always learning, I think it'll serve you well.